Jesus Christ, now and forever. We continue to celebrate the 12 days of Christmas. Tomorrow, Friday, is the great feast of the Epiphany, that wonderful end to the solemn section of the Christmas season, where we remember the visit of the Magi, the wise men, who followed the light of the star to discover the light of the world. We thank God for their pursuit of the truth, wherever it would lead them, and for their fidelity to the truth, acknowledging Him when they found Him and worshipping Him. May their example inspire us in this new year to be faithful to the truth, who is a person, and to follow Him wherever He leads, even if it's against the current of fad and fashion, which it most certainly is in these times. A Magi has just died, a wise man, who, like his ancient counterparts, was a faithful servant of the truth. For that fidelity, he was often not popular, certainly not in the biased and hostile world of the increasingly anti-Christian mainstream media. However, he knew, as all true believers know, that fidelity to Christ often involves the condemnation of the world. Those who seek worldly acclaim may regret it when they meet their judge and redeemer. The wise man, baptized Joseph on the day he was born, a Holy Saturday night, died within the octave of Christmas. There's something very profound about that. A man who had dedicated his whole life to the service of the Lord Jesus Christ became a child of God and then left this earthly realm in the two most sacred times in the life of the Church. As his great friend and one he served faithfully, St. John Paul II said, "In the providence of God, there is no such thing as coincidence." This wise man, priest, teacher, bishop, cardinal, and finally successor of St. Peter, described himself the night he was elected Pope as a humble labourer in the vineyard of the Lord. There was no false humility in that statement. It's undoubtedly true he did not wish to receive this office, and as we know, when he felt incapable of continuing, he resigned, the first pope to do so in 600 years. It's true that decision caused sadness and some confusion for many, myself included. However, now is not the time to dwell on that. This little nugget is my personal word of thanks to Pope Benedict XVI. As you well know, I quote him with great regularity. I don't apologize for that. If someone can say something far better than you, or begin a train of thought because of a wise sentence or two, why on earth would you not quote him? That's my first word of thanks to this wise man. He had the ability to speak of the gospel, of the saints, of history and culture, in a manner which was both lucid and deep, yet also very comprehensible. As a friend of mine, a layman, said, Benedict had a theology and the ability to communicate that theology that appealed to the thinkers in a younger generation. There's so much else. As a priest of the Ordinariate, he gave the Church, as a priest, obviously, of the Ordinariate, he gave the Church a gift it has yet to realize and appreciate, but it is a gift that will in God's good time flourish and bring many blessings. His work and appreciation and reform of the liturgy, his extraordinary words in different European parliaments, his profound understanding of European Christian culture, and his warnings of what would happen and is happening if that culture is denied. So many things. I could spend the next 10 nuggets or more listing things to be thankful for. But my last word is most personal. It was reading, listening to, and being inspired by Pope Benedict that brought my mother back to the Church after 36 years of being away. Thank you, Papa Benedetto. Brethren, rejoice, be perfected, be comforted, be of the same mind, be at peace, and the God of peace and love will be with you.